What's up everyone, Carter here, and in this video I'll be going over the exact supplies that you need as an Amazon FBA seller. Now you've probably heard how awesome the Amazon FBA platform is and how you're able to, sell your products on Amazon.com, and now you're ready for the next step. You're ready to start purchasing and, sourcing and shipping and selling your products on Amazon, but you don't really know where to start, what supplies you need. So I'm actually going to break that down kind of step by step, the whole process for Amazon FBA, what products that I use, what products that I recommend you use, and where you can get them. The first step is to obviously sign up for your Amazon seller account. They have two different plans. You can select from a professional and an individual account. So after you've signed up and registered for an Amazon seller account, the next step is going to come within the sourcing process. So basically all you need is, just your cell phone. And on your cell phone, you can download the free Amazon seller app. And within that app, you can actually go and, scan either the cover or the actual barcode of the product. And then within that app, it's going to pull down, the product, its sales ranks, what's everyone pricing that product at. For instance, what's everyone pricing this book at? Are they selling it new condition, used condition? So you're able to go and determine, what you're going to price your book at. So the first supplies you need is obviously your cell phone. It could be any mobile phone, a Samsung, an Android. And then you're going to need the Amazon Seller app, which is free as well. Now, in this video, I'm also going to go over, all the possible options that you can have for supplies for your Amazon FBA business. Now, this is more of an advanced option. This is going to be a bit of a bigger investment. So what I usually use is a socket mobile. So I have one right here in this bag. And basically what happens when you're using this is you can clip it onto the back of your phone. So you can purchase, a case, a clip, and it'll clip onto the back of your phone like that. So you can hold everything, in one hand, and you'll just turn it on, and you're able to go and, take like a barcode of a book like this and just scan it. And just scan that barcode, and then it'll go straight to the Amazon seller app or straight to whatever app you're using, if it be Profit Bandit or FBA Scan. I had a lot of success with FBA Scan, but those are just some more advanced options. As you can see, it's going to cost you probably, $200 to get this exact one. And the reason I purchased this one, there's some cheaper Bluetooth scanners that you can connect with your phone for probably, $50 or $60. But I just like the way, this one was really, efficient. I was able to, clip it onto my phone and, able to, go through products, go through books with one hand and then holding in the other hand, researching. And it was just a great way for me to really go through, a large amount of items and quickly scan and find the profitable ones. Now that you've purchased some items and you're ready to create your shipment, the first part is going to be the prep. Now, the reason you prep is to basically protect your products from getting damaged while they're being shipped or stored within the Amazon warehouse. So, for instance, if you're selling a big electronic like a DVD player, you could, wrap it in bubble wrap. You could wrap it in, packing paper, wrap it in something that's going to be able to protect that electronic so it doesn't get any additional scratches, dings during the shipping process. Now, also, you could pack your boxes. So if you have a bunch of books and the box still has, this amount of space, you don't really want that space there because during transit, the box could, turn upside down, and to have those books kind of fly around within, the box during transit or during the shipping, process, it could damage them. So usually I'll like to put in, you can't use packing peanuts. Amazon does not like that because they kind of get everywhere. But I usually used like, either some like bubble mailers you could get from the post office for free. I used, packing paper, which you can purchase from, Walmart, or you can purchase it online as well. And basically just going to go pack it in there, make sure everything's in there tight, and it's not going to be able to move around during the shipping process. Now that your product is prepped and ready to go, now you're going to actually get into the labeling portion of the shipment. So with each item that you're sending to the Amazon warehouse, you have to either label that item or have Amazon label it. I'll go over both options. But the reason that you have to label that product is so Amazon can individually identify each unit while it's being, stored and transferred within their different warehouses. So there's a few different ways you can do this. The first option is you can actually just have Amazon actually label the product for you. So let's just say you have 100 items. Amazon is going to charge 20 cents per unit to actually label that product. So for instance, I have a book right here. So it's going to cost me 20 cents to be able to pack, 100 of these books in a box and ship it to the warehouse. And when Amazon receives that shipment, they're going to go through and actually put, a new UPC label over the barcode. Now, obviously, if it's a new book, they don't have to label it. But if you like a used electronic or a used book or a used video game, Amazon's gonna have to label that for you. So that's gonna be 20 cents per unit. Now, the second option is actually you label it yourself. Now, I'll show you the exact shipping labels that I use in a second. They're basically called 30 up labels, and you can run them through a regular printer. Let's actually just look them up now. So these 30 up, 30 up labels. I'll show you the exact listing that I actually purchased from. So I purchased from this listing right here, these 30 up labels. So you can get 3,000 individual labels for, $11. I mean, it's extremely cheap per label. And each one of those labels is going to go over the barcode. Um, and it's a great way to save some money. So obviously you're having to spend $11 up front and use some ink, but I mean if you're sending out 100 units, you're only having to use 3 sheets, and that's going to be a lot cheaper than having to pay 100 units times 20 cents per unit. So if you ultimately want to save money in the long run, I highly recommend you just do it yourself. You're able to go through pick tear off whichever label it is, go find that product, put it on, and then you're off to the races and you're ready to send your shipment to Amazon. Also, I forgot to mention, but a lot of people think that you need, some special printer to be able to, print on these 30 up labels. But the way Amazon formats its sheets, formats its labels, you just run that regularly through the printer, and when it comes out, it's going to print out each individual product on all 30 of the labels for all the sheets, and then you can just go through, pick off the label, and then find the correct product to put it on. The last step after you've prepped your product and labeled your product is to actually pack it. Now, there's a few different supplies I want to go over. For obviously, you're going to need some boxes. You can get boxes online. You can get them at Walmart, Home Depot. Usually, the best box for me was a 14 by 14 by 14. That's when I was shipping, books and electronics, and it was just right under 50 pounds worth each box. Because after 50 pounds, you have to label that box as it needs a team, because any box you ship to Amazon over 50 pounds, they need some, lift team to be able to carry it. And I usually don't like to mess with that, so I like to stick under 50 pounds per box. And a 14 by 14 by 14 worked great. You can get them at Walmart for like 80 cents, Home Depot for like $1. The next thing was basically like a tape gun. So obviously you can buy the tape gun. The tape gun's like, I don't know, $11, $12. And then you can buy, these rolls. I buy them on Amazon for about, let's see, I'd say, you can buy a 6-pack for like $18, so $3 per roll, and that lasts me, pretty long time. I'll actually have everything linked in the description of this video, so if you do want to see the exact supplies I'm showing you, you can find it in the description. So other than the tape gun and the boxes, you can obviously use some packing paper like I mentioned earlier to kind of make sure nothing's going to be able to move around during transit. Now, really, there isn't much supplies that you really need for your Amazon business when starting out. It's not like you need to spend, a couple $100 or buy really any expensive equipment. I mean, you're just needing the basics for, packaging and, tape and boxes. I mean, some of the basic stuff that you can order in, really small quantities. It's actually going to be fairly cheap to purchase. So I'm actually going to go back through the list and read you, kind of give you a summary of what exactly that you need. So to start out, for sourcing, you're obviously going to need, your cell phone and an app. And I recommend you use the Amazon Seller app. It's free. It's integrated with your Amazon Seller account, and that you're able to, scan products, scan the barcode, scan the cover, and see, how often and how well and what the pricing is for that product currently on Amazon. So after the sourcing, now I did mention the advanced options, which I showed you the Bluetooth scanner, which you can use. Now there are some cheaper options, but that is the one that I recommend, just because it's really efficient, and you can clip it onto your phone as well. And some other apps like FBA scan. But if you're just wanting to start out with the cheapest possible option, the Amazon Seller app is going to be the app for you. And then when it comes to prepping, you can use bubble wrap or packing paper. And then when it comes to actually creating the shipment and putting everything in the box, you're going to need a box, which you can get from Walmart. You're going to need a tape gun, and these shipping labels, which is going to be where you're labeling, unless you want to pay 20 cents per unit to have Amazon label each product for you. Now, if you're interested in learning some other tips to starting and running your own Amazon business, I highly recommend you check out my new Amazon membership that I just launched, about a week ago. Within that membership, for a small monthly fee, you'll have access to my Amazon FBA course where I show you step by step how to build and run an Amazon business with very, very limited capital. You then have access to the exclusive private Facebook group where only enrolled students have access to. And then you'll also receive one-on-one mentorship from me and from the students that are already enrolled in the course. So in that Facebook group, you can message me, you can make a post within the Facebook group, and I will respond, or other students will respond to you as quick as possible. So that is, once again, I just launched it about a week or two ago. It's still really, really new. I haven't even done my official launch for it yet. So if that is something you're interested in, you want to start an Amazon FBA business, and you don't want to go and purchase a course for $300, $400, $500. For a small monthly fee, you have access to the course, the Facebook group, and me to ask any questions. So if you do have limited funds but want to start your own Amazon FBA business now, today, I highly recommend you check that out. And that'll be in the first link in the description of this video. Anyways, that's it for this video on the supplies that you need for an Amazon FBA business. Once again, I'll also have those supplies linked in the description of this video. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you like and subscribe. Comment below with any questions that you have, and I'll see you guys in the next video.